Hello, 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 my beautiful fire signs. Yes, I'm talking to you, my Aries, Leo, and my Sagittarians of the galaxy. What going on, y'all? It's your girl, Ascension 225, a tarot analytica, and I'm here to do your first, few weeks of July. I'm already spiritually burping. What is going on? Normally when I start burping when I'm channeling, it means that there could be some sort of drama going on, guys. Not gonna lie. But anyway, hope you all are doing well and abundantly blessed. And I am here to find out what Spirit wants the fire signs to know the first few weeks of July. Now, I listed my favorite astrologers as well as numerologists down in the description box below, and I'm saying that because there's a lot of stuff, and there's always a lot of stuff going on above our heads that you may not be aware of. So if you want to learn more about the science of astrology, whether it's Vedic or Western astrology, your pick, or somewhere in between, I've listed several of my favorite astrologers as well as numerologists. It all ties in together, guys. All right, so today is the 1st of July. Can't believe July is here already, guys. Where does the time go? It just keeps running away from all of us. But Wednesday, July 1st, March sextiles with Jupiter. On the 4th of July, Mars conjuncts with Uranus, and Uranus is front and center in the sign of Gemini, and will be over the next 7+ years. Okay, and then we've got a Mercury retrograde as well. Mercury retrograde, which started on June 29th. Mercury retrograde in the sign of Cancer. Okay. So that could be some emotional conversations, since Mercury is the sign of intelligent thought process as well as communication. So there might be some emotional communications going on during this time. On the 4th, Mercury returns. I don't know what this means with something U.S. return. I'm reading from Jimmy's tarot ship. Monday, July 6th, the Sun squares with Saturn. So that's Leo in Saturn energy. Yeah, that could be interesting energy right there. And then on the 7th, we've got Neptune. I guess, I don't know what RX stands for. So Neptune's going to be doing something. All right, and Neptune is the planet. It reminds me of the moon a little bit, in that it can create illusions, delusions, secrets. It can hide things. Yeah, so just be careful around that time. Don't take any wooden nickels. And on the 9th, we've got the triple South Node conjunction. I think there are 3 planets that are all going to be lined up together. I don't know what those planets are. So check out Jimmy the Tarot Ship and any of the other astrologers, and they can give you more information on what's going on, all right? So far, that's what I got. That's the 1st through the 10th, okay? All right, but this reading is going to be the 1st through the 15th or 16th. A few weeks of your energy, and we're going to find out more what Spirit wants and needs all of our fire signs to know. I'm giving some good guidance. So let me go ahead and timestamp, and we will start Aries at 4:30. All right, Aries, what is going on, guys? Nice to have you here. Do your girl a solid and hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hype the video up, please, you guys. I really do appreciate it. We just want to continue to grow as much as possible, all right? And get these messages out there to the collective. Okay, so Aries, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. After you like, share, subscribe, and hype this video. Find a nice comfortable spot where you can relax, relate, so that you can hopefully receive some of these nice little nuggets that Spirit is sending your way. Don't force any of the messages to fit. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit, all right? This is a general reading for all the Aries out there, or if you have Aries anywhere in your birth natal chart. If you do need a private reading, hit your girl up at ascension225tarot@gmail.com, and we can go ahead and get you set up for your 30, 60, or 90-minute reading, okay? All right. And also pricing and all that other good stuff, how to email me, my email address and everything is all listed below. All right. So let's get it, Aries. How you doing? You doing good? Awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I wanted to start off with a rune. It's a symbol that the Nords used to use thousands upon thousands of years ago. It was a form of communication. If they wanted to trade or something like that, then they would use these runes or these tiles in order to do so. So the first tile, well, the only tile that came out for you is this one right here. Okay, sort of looks like a tent or something like that, a sideways V. All right, and this symbol stands for Wunjo. All right. And as you can see, there's a she looks like a dancing girl, maybe from Vegas, or maybe one of the Rockettes or something like that. This could be also Caribbean festival where they dress up in all the regalia, you know, and celebrate. So this could be a time of celebration, happiness, and joy for you over these next few weeks, Aries. And Wunjo is the card of joy, is the rune of joy and the benefits of positivity, keeping your mind and your spirit and the way that you talk in a positive light. Okay, this also indicates happiness, success, and harmony, and hopefully exciting new beginnings for you, Aries. The joy can be inspired by either external events, like a fulfilling relationship, a fulfilling job, a wish and a prayer that has been heard for you. This is a very optimistic type of energy, which radiates true happiness. But that happiness that radiates, it comes from within, because Aries, you understand, or the majority of you understand, that happiness and joy and contentment is an inside job, right? No one else can do the work for us to be able to feel those types of feelings. We have to do the work, okay? This can be urging you to become more aware of your own state of mind, because focusing on the negative will only attract the negative. If things aren't going your way, or you are encountering obstacles and setbacks, negativity may be the contributing factor. All right. So Wunjo, positive thoughts, positive outlook, joy and contentment, happiness, radiating from within you, Aries. That's beautiful energy. I love it. I'm gonna turn on the fan in a minute. Hold on. Thanks for holding, Aries. All right, so that was your rune message. Keep your thoughts positive, your energy positive, and whatever internal work that needs to be done in order for you to radiate that type of energy, for the most part, then go ahead and do that. Okay, use that energy to be able to do the work. Okay. All right, so what are some of the spiritual messages? We've got freedom, you know, and also doing the internal work that needs to be done, Aries, in order to find that internal joy and contentment. It also offers you a sense of freedom, lightness. You're not carrying around a bunch of stuff on your shoulders, on your back, right? You've let go of some of that Louis Vuitton luggage. And I've got, some of you may not be walking in the vibration of gratitude, or maybe forgetting to throw that gratitude up there to spirit, okay? Yeah, but this is a reminder that gratitude is the second highest vibration that there is underneath love. Okay, so let's turn this right side up. And I shout out my gratitude to spirit on a daily basis, more than once a day. Trust the process. Trust whatever you're going through. Good, bad, indifferent. It doesn't matter. Trust the process, because it's already been written. Whatever you're going through, it's already been written. Trust the universe. Trust spirit. Trust the divine. And do some healing. Do some healing. Heal that inner child of yourself, inside yourself, or heal whatever else needs to be healed, okay? All right. What is some of the angelic messages? I'm not using an angel deck, but I still ask for angel messages from this particular deck. And in the crossing, I got, what is this? Winged Scarab. Winged Scarab. And this is rise above adversity, Aries. Yeah, that's what you're doing. You're rising above adversity. And this is in the crossing. And for me and my readings, crossing energy is either very, very strong, potent energy, or it may be creating an obstacle for us to get to this point. Okay? Maybe you're still struggling to get to rise above any adversity that you may be facing. All right? So we're going to knock that, hopefully you can knock that obstacle out of the way and rise like you need to. Then I've got wooden coffin, sudden endings in reverse. So maybe if there's an ending in your life, it's been a slow death. Been a slow death. You've been slow to end this cycle or this chapter of your life, maybe one that needed to be dead and buried a long time ago. Okay? And I've got peace sign, needs finesse. Somebody might need to practice how to have more finesse, to be more smooth, maybe more tactful. Yeah. Maybe you need to create some peace somewhere in your life, or create peace with another person. All right. So, okay, so we just had a full moon. Was it a full moon in oh God, what is it? Fuck. Full moon in Capricorn. Was it a full moon in Capricorn? Anyway, it was the strawberry moon that just happened a few days ago, okay? On the 29th of June, the same day as Mercury retrograde, the start of Mercury retrograde. The strawberry moon, we're still feeling the energy from that beautiful, vibrant full moon. And so I wanted to pull a few Mother Moon messages for you, one from each of my moon decks, to find out what spirit wants you to know. So Moonology has, and this is in the crossing, first quarter moon in Scorpio, and Scorpio season is October and November. We've got release your blocks, release any blocks or obstacles. And remember, we talked about maybe rising above your adversity. Maybe there was some sort of blockage or obstacles, because that's what some of my crossing cards could indicate, that there may be an obstacle in you getting to this energy, okay, so that it can be upright. All right, and this was in the crossing as well. And then I've got Mystic Moon, total solar eclipse. I know we haven't had a total solar eclipse in a while. Did we have one over I don't know, in February? For some reason I was thinking we had one in February. And I don't know if we're going to be having a total solar eclipse in eclipse season, which is normally September. So it says the cosmic reboot. Ooh, a total solar eclipse is a rare and powerful event that can bring about significant changes. All right. So use this card to harness this energy of eclipse season and release any limiting belief systems or patterns that you may have. And this may be something that happens in eclipse season, which I said is September. Okay, I love it. I love it. Okay, so Spirit, what's the tea? What is the tea with our Aries now and over the next few weeks? I've got, who's wearing mask? Who's wearing these masks in your life? Are you wearing a mask, Aries? Do you feel like you need to wear one? Or is there somebody in your energy that is wearing a mask, not being their authentic selves, hiding true feelings, gaslighting, not being real? I don't like people that wear a mask. Music, inspiration. It could be a musician. You could be inspired by certain music or certain songs. This could be about love, strong affection. But if this is about love, are you in love with the person that you think you're in love with? Or is it this person that's wearing a mask that's not being authentic? I've got separation in the reverse. This could be that either you no longer want to be separated from this person, or that there may be a reconciliation here. Yeah. And yeah, here we go with the gaslighting type of energy we just talked about. Narcissistic behavior, a one-sided, self-absorbed type of person. Yeah. Who is this? Somebody may be cutting ties. You might be receiving the information that you need so that you can move on from this person, or they from you. Fears. Somebody might be afraid to let go of this situation, even though it's not ideal, although there's a person who's being narcissistic and self-absorbed, right? But maybe somebody has a hard time, or they fear being alone, or fear letting go of this for whatever reason. And the last card is freedom and surrender in the reverse. Freedom and surrender in the reverse. Wow. Somebody afraid to be alone? I thought let me see. Yeah, right? Here we go. Freedom in the upright and freedom in the reverse. I feel like somebody may not be sure. Somebody is allowing fear to keep them in this stuck type of energy right here. Wanting your freedom and knowing that what this person is all about, or this connection is all about. It could be a friendship, it could be a lover, it could be whatever. It's connection, okay? And then somebody being too afraid to let this go and be free. Maybe they're afraid of being alone or something like that. But you've got to trust. You've got to trust Spirit. Alright, so let's get into the tarot, Aries. Your major arcana that came out is the World. And this actually came out upside down. Alright, but I don't typically like to take these cards in the reverse. But the World card is an ending. It's a completion. It's a closing out of a chapter in full excitement or expectation of a new beginning. you know, taking a leap of faith, because the Fool card comes after this. Taking that leap of faith and starting anew. Okay? All right. So, Spirit, what do we got here? I think I'm going to use these to clarify. And I'm going to... Do I want to use these? All right. Spirit, this is for Aries. Aries, what do you have for our Aries now and over the next few weeks of July? Also going off some of the oracle messages that we've already seen. What's happening, Spirit? Please give us more insight into what's happening with our Aries collective, please and thank you. Let's go ahead and cut these. Oop. All right. What's in the energy that Aries does not see at the bottom of the deck? I've got 3 of Pentacles. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Yeah. This could be any sort of connection. It could also have something to do with work, but in any sort of connection, there needs to be teamwork in order to make the dream work or the relationship work, right? Whether it's a friendship, family member, lover, it doesn't matter. All right, Spirit, so what's going to be the energy for our Aries now and over the next few weeks? I've got the Sun. What else? I've got the 6 of Swords. What else? For Aries. Oh, this one turned around. We've got the King of Pentacles. 2 more, Spirit. 2 more for Aries. What's happening with our Aries now and over the next few weeks? Please make it plain. Make it plain. Make it plain. Please allow the cards to fall on the table. We've got 6 of Pentacles, okay, in the crossing, and what's this? These are all in the reverse. All right, well, I don't really want to take all of these, but I will. We're just gonna put these all together. Okay. What's on the bottom? The Queen of Pentacles, a match. We've got a King of Pentacles. Wait a minute. We've got a King of Pentacles here. And then we've also got the partner for the King, and that is a Queen. So this definitely is about a deeply connected connection. Okay. So we've got the Sun, Leo energy, happiness, joy, contentment, what we talked about before. Going towards the Sun, it can't help but make you happy. This is fertility, dreams and visions coming to fruition, abundance. It could be expanding your family, all that good stuff, okay? I love that. Positive thinking. And this also has the word freedom here. The second word is freedom. So freedom, for some reason, is playing a big part in this message. And we've got the 6 of Swords in the crossing. This is very strong energy that somebody is moving away from any conflicts, any miscommunications, not getting along, fighting. Somebody's moving away from that to calmer waters. Or this could be an obstacle. Maybe there's an obstacle of you getting into this 6 energy and sailing away. One or the other. King of Pentacles, boss mama, boss daddy. Doesn't matter the gender. This is somebody who's abundant. This is very grounded energy since it is earth energy. This could be somebody who's successful, high status, stable. Okay? Make sure home is taken care of, all that good stuff. And then in the crossing, I've got the 6 of Pentacles. Also, maybe somebody who believes in teamwork and equal give and take. That is emotional maturity right there. Or this could be that somebody just brings home the bacon, but they lack the knowledge of teamwork and equal give and take. Okay? So, you could be putting more into the connection. Alright? And then lastly, we've got 7 of Wands. in reverse, okay? And the Seven of Wands in reverse is definitely, you know, exhaustion. Feeling a sense of defeat, loss, surrender, instead of standing your ground. So somebody might feel like that. And then we've got the Five of Cups in reverse. Regret, feeling resentful, missed opportunity. And this could also be about coming out of this Five of Cups type of energy, feeling regret, remorse, like you missed an opportunity, right? And finally coming out of that type of energy, and now feeling like you're able to move forward, okay? And then we've all three of these in reverse. We've got the Two of Wands in the reverse, okay? And yeah, I feel like, you know, somebody stayed complacent or afraid to take their freedom or break off whatever this is to have their freedom, because they let fear get in the way, anxiety get in the way, fear of being alone get in the way, fear of change get in the way. All right, maybe you felt like you didn't have any other options, because a lot of people stay in relationships and connections because they're afraid of being alone. Whoa. All right. Because remember, we saw the Freedom card upright and the Freedom card in reverse. Somebody very at an indecisive part of their life, as far as whatever this is, this connection. And, you know, we saw this World card. You know, some things are going to be coming to an end, which is going to leave room, hopefully, for new beginnings for you, Aries. One more shuffle for Aries. Let's clarify this energy on the table. Spirit, please and thank you for our Aries now and over the next few weeks of July. What's on the bottom? Page of Cups. Page of Cups. This could, remember we saw the Sun energy, and, you know, we talked about, you know, expanding your family, about fertility. This could be about your children, or this could, maybe you're actually having a child. But the Page of Cups can also designate that there may be somebody who might want to apologize. Say, I'm sorry. All right? And this is a small token love offering, and that is an apology. Okay? All right, so let's clarify this Sun, even though, okay. What do we have? We've got the Eight of Wands in the crossing. Moving quickly towards something, taking action in regards to something, but maybe this is at a standstill right now. Maybe you're waiting for something. Okay? I've got the Lovers on the bottom, Gemini energy for the Lovers, so this definitely could be about a love relationship. Give me one more for the Eight of Wands. Oh, no, I don't want all those. Nope, I'm not taking all those. All right. Show me one more card for this Sun and the Eight of Wands. The Ace of Wands. All right. New beginnings, a new opportunity, new inspiration, new passions. And together, this Eight of Wands and this Nine of Wands equals the the Eight of Wands plus this Ace of Wands equals the Nine of Wands, and that's you working so hard and being determined to accomplish your goal. All right, maybe you're in this process of where you want to complete some things with this World energy, right? Yeah. But with this Sun energy and you working so hard, whatever abundance and blessings that's coming to you for all your hard work, it's going to pay off, Aries. Okay. And what is this Six of Swords? Okay. Oh, wow. Sailing away from this painful cycle. Maybe the last 10 years, the last 10-year cycle was painful. Maybe you had a lot of losses and heartbreaks and, you know, disappointments there. But this is you either trying to find a way to sail away with the Six of Swords energy, but you just haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, or this is very strong energy that this is definitely you sailing away towards tranquility, freedom, peace, harmony after letting these swords go. Okay? All right. Perfect. I love it. Give me one more. Yeah, it might have to do with your home life or your marriage, because this is one of the marriage cards. You see they're in wedding garb right there. So this may have to do with releasing your marriage, okay? Which may have been fraught with loss, disappointment, grief, all that, okay? I got the King of Pentacles again. All right, and you know, sometimes the King of Pentacles can be just about, you know, material things and not tapped into those emotional things that really matter in a connection. Got it? All right. So they may be a good provider. I know that when I was married, they were a good provider, but as far as that emotional connection, that was their way of showing an emotional connection, was here's some money, go buy yourself something, but the emotional connection was not there. All right? So thanks, Spirit. Okay, so let's clarify this King of Pentacles on the table. Can we clarify the King of Pentacles for Aries on the table? King of Cups, yeah. Wanting maybe this King of Pentacles all about money and tangible material things for them to be more emotionally intelligent, more emotionally in tune. Yeah. I got the Fool on the bottom. A new chapter. This could also be wanting you to have a new chapter with this person, but a new chapter with this person being more emotionally in tuned with you and the relationship. Alright, and this Six of Coins in the crossing. What is this for Aries? What is this Six of Coins in the crossing for Aries? I've got the Empress energy. Equal give and take to this Empress energy. This Mother Bear. This Empress energy, this divine feminine energy that can give birth to any and all things. So this might be the mother of your children. Yeah. Giving equally to her. Yeah. And maybe that has not happened with this Seven of Swords type of energy. This Seven of Swords is, you know, uncertainty and maybe not being trustworthy. Let me get one more. Let me get one more for this Six of Pentacles in the crossing and this Empress energy for Aries. Can I have one more card to clarify? Yeah, well, I got two. Yeah, toxicity. Capricorn energy, the Devil. Toxicity. And that could be very, very possible, especially if somebody, this King of Pentacles, is more materialistic, only thinking about money and things. Okay, that can create this Devil energy. That's materialism and is lacking in the emotional arena. Yeah. And then I got the King of Pentacles backing the King of Pentacles up. Yeah, this person is focused on things. Okay, which is creating a form of toxicity in the marriage. You're looking at this investment. Is this a wise investment? Okay, and I've got the Seven of Wands in reverse, the Five of Cups in reverse, and the Two of Wands in reverse. Please clarify all of these cards. Spirit, oh my goodness. Alright, so I've got the Page of Swords. Page of Swords is, excuse me. It could be a message coming through. Somebody might be doing some research. A message might be coming through for you, Aries, or you might be sending a message. Maybe you need to talk about something. This is in the crossing, though. And then we've got, Ace of Cups in the crossing. Ace of Cups is, a new offer of love. But first and foremost, it's an offer of love to love yourself more fully. Give to your heart. Nurture yourself first and foremost. And then I feel like once you love on yourself and nurture yourself and heal your heart, especially after Ten of Swords type of energy, loss, disappointment, heartbreak, then especially if it has to do with a marriage or a committed connection, there could be a renewed love or a new love coming in for you, okay? What's on the bottom? Healing is needed, though. Healing is needed. And we saw that, healing is needed with this Aquarius star energy for you to be emotionally balanced, okay? And having unwavering faith in spirit and your spirit team. Healing, being balanced, that's what it's all about, okay? Course correction after hurt and disappointment, okay? Wow, all right. Interesting. Do we have any final messages here? Okay, let's see what the final messages are. Choose wisely, use discernment in your decision making. You may have a lot of options or a lot of things to choose from, okay, but use discernment. And you are this Queen of Pentacles. So here we are with the Queen of Pentacles yet again. With this, what is supposed to be this equal partner of the King of Pentacles. Alright? Yeah. Three of Swords. Healing is needed. Whatever this connection is. Alright? Yeah, and truth needs to be told. No more illusions. Like that Seven of Swords energy. No more illusions. No more of that Neptune energy. No more illusions. No more wearing masks. No more confusion on who you really are and what this really is. Alright? Yeah. Walking away towards peace and tranquility, Aries. That's what you're doing. Alright? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Alright. So, angel number 111. Ones are for new beginnings. Well, that's what they stand for. New beginnings. This says intuition. Pay attention to your intuition. And we saw the gratitude card in reverse before. And to me, that really tells me that there is a lack of intuition here. It says, time to implement long cherished ideas. You're on the right track, Aries, towards making your dreams and visions a reality. The right people and the right circumstances and resources are being sent your way. Happiness and new opportunities are at hand. Trust the process. Okay? And then your universal message is, just because something is not happening right now, it doesn't mean that it will never happen. Divine timing is at play, Aries. Be patient. Oh my God. And trust the process. Two cards that end in trust the process. I can't make it up. And the fact that we have seen the Temperance card in your reading twice. That Sagittarius energy, stay balanced, stay calm, don't panic. That type of energy. Okay? So that's all I have for you, my beautiful Aries. Hopefully it resonated with you. If you need clarification, hit me up at ascension225tarot@gmail.com. See you later, Aries. Hey, my beautiful Leo collective, what going on? It is your girl Tracy, and I want to let you know I am a Gemini sun, but I am a Leo rising, guys. So let's see what Spirit wants and needs anyone who is Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Leo the Lion or Lioness, what we need to know the first few weeks of July 2026. Okay, you guys? So before we start, hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hype the video up for your girl. If you missed the intro, got a lot of stuff going on overhead. We're in Mercury retrograde right now until August. What else do we have going on? Oh my God. There's so much going on right now. I forgot the other thing that's going on. We had the full strawberry moon on the 29th, on the same day as Mercury retrograde. We're still feeling that moon, that strong moon pull. So whatever needs to be released, continue to release it while you're still tapped into that full moon energy. Okay, you guys? All right, so find a nice cozy spot, and we're about to get started. This is a general reading, Leo. If you need a private reading, hit me up at ascension225tarot@gmail.com. Okay? All right. Excuse me. So we're going to start with the rune. Runes are symbols. It was a way of trying to communicate thousands and thousands of years ago. If you were a Nord, like you were from Norway or Sweden, they used runes. Okay, and the rune that came out for you, my beautiful Leo, is this one right here. It looks like sort of a 7, with the top kind of sloping down a little bit. Let me tell you what this symbol is, and it's called Lagaus or Laguz. Okay, and as you can see, this person sitting on their surfboard, they're just chilling. There's marine life, all types of life around them. The sun is shining. It's a beautiful day to be out on the water. All right, and this person's pretty much just going with the flow. Yeah. So the meaning of Lagaus or Laguz is fluid, being fluid, going with the flow, and water. Excuse me. Water is a... Michelle. Hello?
Hey, Tracy?
Yes? Sorry about that, Leo. Okay. Don't feel like talking about insurance right now. Sorry. Alright, so it says if this rune... Okay, let me back up. So as we talked about, this is about fluidity, going with the flow, and water, correct? And so, as you know, in divination, water, or especially tarot, represents emotion, feelings, positive, negative, in between, it doesn't matter. It represents emotions. And this is also encouraging you to release any emotions and let them flow. All right, let them flow. Don't hold on to the emotions. You're entitled to feel any emotions that you feel. Let them go with the flow. All right, let them come to the surface. If you need to cry, because crying can be very, very cleansing to the soul. Okay, and you're, like I said, your emotions, good, bad, or indifferent, should be openly expressed and acknowledged. Okay. This is also letting you know that for you to be tapped in and tuned in to your intuition. Okay. And it says another association with this rune is the need for renewal. perhaps rigid ideas are holding you back or stifling your creativity, and it's time to be more open-minded and let the past go and start fresh, start anew, right? Just like this Chariot, going towards something new. So I love that. Water can help, whether you're at the beach or the pool, or maybe you have a kiddie pool filled up with water, just dunking your feet in there, helping to release some of those blockages that are preventing you from moving forward and going with the flow. Okay, Leo? So it's legals, and that is you going with the flow. Alrighty, I love it. Okay, so what else do we have, Spirit, for our beautiful Leos? What else do they need to see and know? Let's go with the spiritual guidance. I've got soul happy rekindle connection. There might be a connection that you may be rekindling, or this could be a connection that somebody really wants to rekindle with you, Leo, or you with them. One or the other. Could be a friendship, family member, maybe that you're distant with. Could be a lover. You've got time. Has time run out? Somebody has run out of time. Okay, time is of the essence. But I feel like there is no more time here. Yeah. It says time is your greatest ally for growth and healing. Have you been rushing through life? Maybe this is you needing to slow things down. Slow things down. Telepathy, and tap into your intuition, your telepathy. Nanu, nanu. And come to some kind of acceptance about whatever your situation is. Surrender that that's what it is, so that you don't have to hold on so tightly to it, or the outcome, or anything of the sort, okay? This is just acceptance. Angels, what do you want to say to our Leos? I've got Black Panther, have courage. This was actually in the reverse. Maybe somebody's lacking in courage right now. Maybe somebody's fearful. Somebody might be lacking self-confidence. All right, but Spirit says, no, 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 no. Wakanda forever. Have courage. Okay. Chinese dragon. Whoa, this is something that could have happened in the Chinese year of the dragon. But this is good luck. Good luck is upon you, Leo. And koi fish, abundance is yours, baby. Flowing, and there goes that word flow again. I mean, Aries had the word freedom all throughout their reading, and I have a feeling that yours is going to be flow or flowing. All right, my beautiful Leos. Love it. Okay, so what does Mother Moon want and need you to know? We are still feeling that full moon, strawberry moon from just a few days ago. So continue to tap into that energy. Continue to release what needs to be released. Align yourself back with spirit. Align yourself back with your intuition if you've lost sight. Find your equilibrium and find balance, okay? So Mystic Moon says the first quarter moon, what is this? Hold on. Action. Time to take action, Leo. And, you know, fire signs, y'all are all about action. It says the first quarter is all about taking action, making decisions, and moving forward with your plans. This card represents the energy of action and encourages you to take the first steps toward your goals. Now, the first quarter could also, the first quarter could also represent January, February, and March. The first quarter of the year, okay? All right. Just dropped a bunch of cards. And Moonology, The first quarter moon, another quarter moon, the first quarter moon in Libra. Libra season is September, October. Keep your heart open. Keep your heart open, Leo. Okay. And what's the tea? What is the tea? What's the tea? Somebody might have lost some of their stability, some of their abundance. No freaking way. Look at the word that is on this card. Flow. You've got to be kidding. What did I tell you? What did I tell you, my beautiful Leos, that was going to be your word? Put that in the comments. Flow. I am flowing. Something to do with flow. All right. But this was in the reverse. Somebody might have lost their balance or lost their stability. And you could be going against the flow, against the grain, Leo. This I've got reflection and projection. All right. This cracked mirror. This reminds me of that narcissistic type of energy, one-sided, one-sided type of energy. You know what I'm saying? All about me. And this could also be that somebody might be mirroring the other person, but the perception or the projection is cracked. So you're looking at it through a cracked lens, if you want to say that, or if I want to say that. Somebody needs to or is healing their inner child, which is very, very important. That Chiron energy, heal that inner child, and most of us are dealing with inner child issues, right, that we have not acknowledged, fully. So that is a lot of people's issues, is the inner child. All right, the cards in the crossing. Now, crossing energy or crossing cards in my readings, it's either very strong energy that Spirit really wants and needs you to see, or it could be that there is some sort of blockage of you reaching this energy, okay? The first one I have is memories, nostalgia in the crossing. So I feel like some of you are still in the process of healing from the past. Okay? Still maybe romancing what happened in the past, all the while trying to heal from the past, if that makes any sense. This could also be somebody from your past that may want to circle the block, reconnect with you, reconcile with you, Leo. I've got present, abundant, and gratitude. Very, very important energy to have. Being in the present moment and being just grateful for any and everything that Spirit has blessed you with. This is very strong energy. Some of you might be feeling some sort of blockage from feeling this type of energy. North Node. What is your purpose? Your purpose is to go towards North Node. Spiritual enlightenment, spiritual knowledge, spiritual growth, a glow up. That's what it is, Leo. All right? You're not the king or queen of the jungle for nothing. But some healing needs to be done. All right? Okay. And this not going with the flow and not feeling stable, not feeling confident or strong, this needs to be turned right side up. Let's get into the tarot and find out what the tarot deck wants and needs you to know. All right, Spirit, what's up with our Leos? What can you tell us, our Leos, now and over the next few weeks of July? We already saw some of the energy of our Leos needing to heal. Let's go ahead and cut. Heal, especially their inner child, so that they can get over some of these obstacles that they may be facing. What is in the energy at the bottom of the deck that they do not see? Your Emperor. you being this strong, confident leader, strong, confident person that is determined and the master of your own domain. All right. This is Aries energy. All right, Spirit, what's in the middle? Queen of Pentacles. That stable earth energy. Queen of Pentacles is confident, empowered, can take care of whatever needs to be taken care of, especially home and stability. Okay? Alright. So Spirit, this is for Leo. Current energy for Leo now and over the next few weeks. What are some of the messages that our Leos need to be aware of now and over the next few weeks of July? Please show us the energy for Leo. Oh boy, are these? Okay. I just wanted to make sure these are right side up. I've got the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Tower in reverse. What else, Spirit, for Leo? What else for Leo? Now, okay. In the crossing, I've got the Ace of Pentacles. What else for Leo now and over the next few weeks, Spirit? Energy, current energy. Knight of Wands. And lastly, what do we have? What do we have for Leo, Spirit? Uh-oh, we don't need a whole book. No, we don't. Let's try that one more time. Okay. And Page of Wands. And what's at the bottom is Hermit. That Hermit energy ruled by the planet Mercury, which is in retrograde right now. The Hermit is all about going inward, having some solitude so they can go inside and analyze what needs to be analyzed so that they can make some good judgment calls. All right, inner guidance, especially spirit guiding. Oh, all right. Wow. Okay. So, what do we have here? Four of Pentacles in reverse. You could be releasing something that you've been holding on to very, very, very tightly. This could also mean that you could be very materialistic, or somebody in your energy is materialistic, and you could be, hoarding money. Tower in reverse. Well, the Tower in reverse is obstacles, delays, somebody who doesn't want change, but you can't avoid change forever. Change is bound to happen. Everyone goes through Tower moments or seasons or whatever in their lives because it's a change that needs to happen. Somebody may be avoiding change. And then I've got the Ace of Pentacles in the crossing. The Ace of Pentacles is abundance. It's prosperity. It's the ultimate. It's the ultimate gift from Spirit. And that is that big fat coin right there. But abundance can be in many different ways, given in many different ways. It could be coins. It could be however you look at abundance. I look at somebody who has kindness and compassion as that's abundance to me. You know what I mean? Somebody who believes in equal give and take, that's abundance. I got a Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands, somebody who wants to be free, wants to be able to have the freedom to roam about and have life adventures, and not ready to be fully committed, not tied down because they're in the process of roaming and learning and experiencing life and whatever passions they have. Yeah. And the Page of Wands, looking really towards the future, the way that this card is angled towards the future. And the Page of Wands is, you know, somebody just like this Knight of Wands, somebody who's curious, somebody who wants to go out there and not only learn about the things that they're passionate about, but to go out there and experience those things. And these two cards together are the Two of Wands. There's normally somebody standing in between these two wands trying to decide what direction, what path they're going to go down. Is that what you're doing, Leo? Trying to figure out what path that you want to go down. But if there's somebody here that's avoiding change with this, not willing to let go, with this Four of Coins in the reverse and the Tower not wanting change to occur, then that could be a problem. This Ace of Pentacles is separating this energy. Let's go ahead and find out more about this. Let's go ahead and clarify. All right, Spirit, we're clarifying for our Leos, for the cards that are already on the table. What more do you want our Leos to see in reference to this energy for the first few weeks of July? And we talked about the Chariot. Your major arcana is the Chariot. You having the confidence and determination to jump in your chariot, whatever that means to you, and go towards new life adventures, travel, moving somewhere new, whatever it is that you're passionate about. It doesn't matter. You are the master of your own domain. Okay? All right, and let's go ahead and cut these cards. What's on the bottom of the deck? I've got the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody's just not ready to make a firm decision yet. But you can't stand still for too long, Leo. You're going to have to make a decision on what direction you go in. If you're standing in between these Two of Wands, you need to decide your path, which direction you're going to go in. You don't want to be stagnant forever. And this Knight of Pentacles is not moving anywhere until they examine every little detail. All right. What does this Four of Pentacles in reverse mean for Leo? What is this Four of Pentacles in reverse? The Nine of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. For this Knight to finally, this is like somebody who finally starts to move, eventually starts to move, but this could also be the same type of energy, and that is, you study wrong, you study wrong. You know what I'm saying? Stagnation, not being able to move for whatever reason, whether it's fear, no confidence, whatever. This Knight of Pentacles and this Four of Pentacles, they both equal stagnation type of energy. Blockages, all right? All right. Give me one more for this Knight of Pentacles and this Four of Pentacles in reverse. Please show me what. And I got the Tower. Look at this. I got the Tower. Oh my gosh. I got the Tower upright. Wow. I got the Tower upright. Change is going to happen whether you want it to or not. You have a certain amount of control, but you cannot control every aspect of this. Whatever this is, change will happen. Okay? So, yeah. Yeah. And burdens are to be released. You've been working way too hard. To the point of burnout. But stagnant at the same time. Maybe this is the same grind, the same job, the same this, the same that. Okay? But you're not willing to make any changes. Alright, what is this Tower in reverse for Leo? What's this Tower in reverse for Leo? King of Cups, somebody emotionally intelligent. Yeah, somebody who makes decisions off of making balanced decisions, intelligent decisions. Okay, give me one more for this King of Cups upright and this Tower in reverse for Leo. One more card, one more clarifying card. Page of Wands. So you have Page of Wands here and a Page of Wands here. I feel like this King of Cups energy is just not, it's just avoiding change, you know, averting or avoiding loss, you know what I mean, letting obstacles stand in the way, instead of maybe following their passions. With this Page of Wands, a page is, you know, somebody who's very curious and you know, wants to, you know, wants to explore maybe a new passion or a new opportunity here. Here we get, but somebody's in the Hangman. Wow. Neptune energy, you know, and Neptune is playing a lot in the energy the first 10 days of July. Neptune reminds me of the moon. You know, the Neptune creates illusions, delusions, false things that aren't real, people wearing masks and all that other stuff. And I just feel like with all this type of energy, you're just feeling kind of stuck in a way, Leo. I don't really know how else to explain it. There's a feeling of feeling stuck here. All right. What is this Ace of Pentacles in the crossing? Whoa. You making a firm choice or choosing wisely on what you should invest in. Yeah? You being emotionally intelligent to know what garden you need to invest in. Yeah. And these two cards together equal the Eight of Pentacles. Committed, nose to the grindstone, just elevating your craft, whatever it is that you do, but certain things need to be put to death. There needs to be a death and a rebirth instead of stagnation here. Okay. Give me one more card for this Ace of Pentacles in the crossing and this Eight of Pentacles. I've got death again. So this is very important that a death and rebirth happen. And then, but there's a lot of conflict here. What is this conflict? This Five of Swords energy. This conflict, is it inner conflict that you're having as far as making a change, investing in the right things, Leo? King of Pentacles on the bottom. Boss mama, boss daddy type of energy, you know? Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of pentacles here as well, and Alright, what is this Knight of Wands and this? What is this Knight of Wands for Leo? What is this Knight of Wands for Leo next few weeks of July? What? I don't need all those cards. Nope. Alright, what is this Knight of Wands? I just need one card. What does this Knight of Wands mean for Leo now and over the next few weeks? Okay, this one, these two wanted to turn around. You filling up your own cup. You figuring out what is going to make you feel happy and fulfilled, content within your own self, within your own skin. Right? And going towards, you know, what you feel is abundant to you. Whatever you want to, whatever new opportunity you want to take advantage of, for you to have the freedom with this Knight of Wands to do that. Unimpeded, No, nothing holding you back. Not even yourself, Leo. Queen of Cups. I got a King of Cups, I got a Queen of Cups. Be emotionally intelligent. And this Page of Wands. What is this Page of Wands for Leo? What is this Page of Wands for Leo, Spirit? The first few weeks of July. Please and thank you. What is it? Okay. What is this? Alright. Oh, I got a lot. Well, this is you to be strong and look fear in the face and say, F you. Alright? That Leo energy to go towards any new creative adventures, passions, inspirations, whatever it is. Yeah, you've been working really, really hard and determined to get to where you need to be. This is you having the strength to be able to complete whatever it is. Okay? Yeah. Working really, really hard. This is the Weary Warrior. We're maybe even workaholic type of energy. I've got the moon here. We've got the moon, Cancerian energy, and this moon energy is it's about being tapped into your intuition, being able to see through illusions because you're so tapped into your intuition and you don't make any moves without doing so. All right. Yeah. Ace of Wands. New opportunity, new passion, new manifestations. Go for it. Whatever it is. There's so many wands here in your reading. Wands and pentacles. So following your passions so that you feel a sense of abundance in your life, whether it's money or something else that you consider abundance. Okay, investing in something that can grow. Yeah. The only cups I have here is the King of Cups, being emotionally intelligent, and the Nine of Cups, figuring out what fills your cups up. And so this is really about you, Leo, and the inside job that needs to be done in order for you to find happiness and contentment within yourself by healing and going with the flow. All right? Healing and going with the flow. Exactly. And knowing what your purpose is, following your purpose, following your passions. All right? So I love this. So let's hit your angel numbers. You got 2. You got 44, 44. The angels are so watching over you, okay? It says blessings in disguise. There might be, thank you, Spirit, there might be some difficulties ahead, Leo, but you will push through. You got this. If you have been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor if you've been suffering or feeling lost. All right, so hang in there, Leo. 44, 44. The angels have got your back. 17, 17. Drama alert. Drama alert. Take a few deep breaths and focus inward, like we talked about. You need time to think things over and consider your options. You need time to think things over and consider your options and what you want to invest in. What's going to bring you dividends, okay? At this time, at this time you must rely solely on yourself. I said this is an inside job, didn't I? You might not believe it, but you're heading in the right direction, Leo. What appears to be a full, Mercury retrograde, what appears to be a lull in activity is just a natural part of the process. Go with the flow. That is your word of the day, or the word of the next few weeks, flow. And what is your universal message? If you didn't get something you really wanted at this time, if you feel stuck or feel like things are not going according to your plans, know that something bigger and better is coming. It's something filled with divine magic that couldn't come into your life if you were to receive what you are asking for right now. It's always been percolating in the back. But I feel like sometimes you are your own worst enemy by allowing obstacles and fears to get in your way, Leo. All right? Thank you, Spirit. So, now you're about to receive what has been hiding in the background. All right? So have an open heart to receive it, okay? And go with the flow, which is going to give you the determination and the confidence to get into your chariot and be the master of your own domain. All right, Leo, thank you so much. Love you. She wants to do. All right, Spirit. Let's take a little bit of a break and come back to Sagittarius, please and thank you. Let's take a 5-minute break and we'll come back to Sagittarius, please and thanks. All right. Okay. A little bit of a breaky. And so you want me to drive all the way back to fucking Ackworth? No. I would rather spend time by myself. Pretty much. Than spend a weekend with him, and I literally do not want to see him naked. I literally, the thought of seeing him with no clothes on, I had a flat ass like a white boy. And he was okay looking, but, and you know, just there were just a few things that kind of threw me off about him, and I just wasn't feeling it. Well, you know, there was a few, like when he was giving me directions and stuff like that, you know, just the way he was like talking to me and stuff like that, and it's kind of triggering because he did the same thing on our first date, like yelled at me and talked to me some kind of way, which I wasn't cool with. Yep. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna do something. But yeah, next week I'm gonna get my mileage in. Well, no, I don't have to rush this. I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna just get it. Okay, so let's hurry up and get done with Sagittarius. Alright, let's do Sag. Right, so we can move on. Alright. Let's get this done for Sagittarius. Alright, Holy Spirit, we are tapping into our Sagittarius collective. Sagittarians, November 23rd through December 22nd. I need the most important moonology card. Tapping into the strawberry moon. What's the most important moonology card? Message for our beautiful Sagittarians, please and thank you. What do you have for our Sagittarius? Please and thank you, Spirit. This is for Sag, the first few weeks of July. What moon energy can we glean from this strawberry moon for the Sagittarius? Come on, Spirit, speak to me. Come on. There we go. Thank you. Moonology. What do you have in the way of moonology message? What moonology message is the most appropriate for our Sagittarians for the first few weeks of July? Thank you. All right. What is some of the tea for Saggies? Some of the tea for our Sagittariuses? What else for Sag? Give me one more, please. One more for Sag. Oh, that's a book. What else for Sag? Okay, not that many, Spirit. No. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, what do we have? We got all right. What else? What other spiritual messages from this deck? Yep. Can you give us for Sag? What else for Sag from this deck, Spirit? What other guidance messages for Sagittarians for the first few weeks of July do you have? And one more. One more. Oh, that's a lot. Universal message for Sagittarius. Only one. I only need the most important one. Thank you. Additional messages of insight that you have for Sagittarius, please and thank you. Angels, please step forward to give messages from this deck for Sag. What else? What else? Okay, thank you. Oh, okay. And the most important rune for Sagittarius. Please guide my hand in picking the rune from this bag, Spirit. Please and thank you. Most important rune that needs to be seen by our Sagittarius collective. Please and thank you. Okay. Hey, my beautiful Sagittarians. All right, so sorry earlier, but I hit by mistake the record button, so there's a few moments of me like shuffling and stuff that yeah, I got recorded. But anyway, we're back on track, and we're about to get into your the first few weeks of July reading. So, dear girl, a solid, my beautiful Sagittarians, my opposite brothers and sisters. I'm a Gemini, and the opposite of me is you. So, thank you, Spirit. So go ahead and hit that like, share, subscribe button. Hype the video for your girl. There's a lot going on over our heads if you skip the intro. So if you want to find out more, listen to the intro about all the planetary changes and Mercury retrograde and all that other stuff, or listen to one of my favorite astrologers that I have listed in the description box. Okay, all right, so let's get started. Sagittarius, all right, let's get it going. So we're going to start off with your rune, which is a symbol that they used thousands of years ago in Sweden and Denmark and all those countries like that, in order to be able to communicate before language. Okay, so here is the symbol that Spirit gave you, and this is Uruk. Uruk looks like an upside down U, and here we go. And you can see a very fit person on the beach, chilling, flexing, listening to music, getting a tan and all kinds of good stuff. You know what I'm saying? This represents somebody very strong, right? And that's what Uruz represents, and that is either oxen. I want to trade oxen, or this is a card of strength. Okay, that Leo type of energy, and this is about not only brute strength and power, but the wild oxen of ancient times. They were both revered and feared because it was a wild animal. You know, this rune symbolizes physical power, vitality, and good health. It can also suggest great emotional courage, my beautiful Sagittarians. So if you've been going through some difficult times, you must find the creativity inside yourself to pull through. You have great power within you, Sagittarius, and you need to unleash that power. Okay, so I love this for you. It says, where are we? Ensure that your words and your actions do not wound or result in chaos, but rather in healing and peace. And that is Uruz. All right, healing and peace, words and actions. Alrighty, so what do we got going on? Spiritual messages for my beautiful Sagittarians. I've got Wait a minute, which one was in the... Okay, so redirect was in the reverse. Maybe you don't know what direction you want to go in, what path you want to go down, what redirection you want. But upright, this means new routes, hide blooms, only your steps can unveil. Maybe you're unsure of your steps right now. And I've got be brave. Maybe you're fearful. And maybe this is why you haven't moved forward in this redirection, because some of you could be allowing fear and uncertainty from stopping you from moving forward in the direction or on the path that you need to go in. Nourish your body. Clean eating. Good food. Priestess, your body is an altar, so revere it. Alrighty. Well, let's find out. And at the bottom it says time is on your side, Sagittarius. So go with the flow. Tides obey the moon. You and your rhythm. So go at your own rhythm. That could be your word for this reading, because Aries was freedom, Leo had flow, and yours definitely could be rhythm. Let's find out more. Angels, what say you? Heart. Your heart knows the truth. Are you overthinking a situation, Sagittarius? Trust the wisdom of your heart. It will lead you to the most authentic decision. So follow your heart and your inspiration. What inspires you? What makes you get out of bed every day? All right. What passionate thing or goal do you wish to follow? And enlightenment. You're on the path of enlightenment, discovering higher truths, especially about yourself, Sag. Have you noticed a recent shift in your awareness? Continue following this light and it will lead you to greater wisdom. Yeah, I love that. We could all have greater wisdom, right? Yeah. I think I forgot to get your major arcana for this reading. Holy Spirit, what's the most important major arcana? Wait a minute, here it is, right here. Okay. Hangman. We'll talk about that in a minute. I guess what I meant to get was your angel number. We'll get that in a minute. Alright, so we just got finished with the full moon, I believe, in Capricorn. And it's considered the full strawberry moon because that's when berry season, berry harvesting season for the indigenous people. So they called it the strawberry moon. And we're still feeling that energy a few days later. So what are some of the moon card messages for you, Sag? Oh, full moon in Sagittarius. So full moon in your energy in November, December time frame. The Archer's Aim. It says, embrace your inner warrior and stand up for what you believe, Aquarius, in using the full set. What? In using the full set, your sights high. Oh my God, who wrote this? Use the full set of your sights high and aim for the stars, using the full moon's energy to manifest your dreams and goals. Illumination to gain clarity and strength. So during your season, you're going to be getting more clarity and strength. Maybe this will propel you forward if some of you are feeling unsure of your steps or uncertain of what direction you really want and need to go in. Moonology is last quarter moon in Aquarius. Aquarius season is January, February, right after your season. Reflect on your priorities. Reflect on your priorities. All right, Sag, reflect on your priorities. Just dropping cards all over the place. All right. What is the tea? What is the tea going on with our Sagittarians? I've got, yeah. Somebody might need to make a choice on which direction, in which direction they go in, what path they go down, what goal or aspiration or inspiration they wish to follow. But somebody may be at a crossroads right now. All right. I feel like you've been dealing with disharmony and conflict, especially the last cycle, the last 10-year cycle. A lot of disharmony, triggers, and conflict. This came out in the reverse. Somebody afraid to take action. We saw that earlier. Somebody afraid to move. Somebody afraid to take action, right? Yeah. But this is calling for you to follow your passions, your dreams, your goals. Have the courage to do so. And you see he's holding a wand. Okay. And then in the crossing, we've got crossing energy is very, very strong energy, potent energy, or this energy could be creating some sort of obstacle or blockage for you. And guilt can definitely create some obstacles that maybe disable you from moving forward. Feeling guilty, all right? Maybe a sense of sabotage, holding on to these feelings creates blockage. All right, and forming structure and a solid foundation. Yeah, that's also what is needed. All right, that's also what is needed, is you to have a stronger foundation here, and maybe you're in the process of forming that. Okay, all right. Let's get into. Hold on. Holy Spirit, can you give me the most important angel number for Sagittarius for the first few weeks of July? Here we go. All right. So let's get into the tarot. Holy Spirit, we are tapping in and tuning in to... Hold on. Okay. Perfect. All right, we're tapping in and tuning into our... Do these cards even belong here? No, sure don't. Tapping in and tuning in to our Sagittarius collective. What do you want them to know the first few weeks of July? What do they need to see? What do they need to know? We've already seen some of the energy, the unsure energy, not knowing what direction to go in, feeling a sense of guilt, or which could be creating blockages. What else? What else, Spirit? Let's go ahead and cut this deck. What is in the energy at the bottom of the deck that Sagittarius does not see coming? What the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck? Sorry. I just checked these cards. How in the hell? Give me a minute. Just check these cards. You just saw me check these cards. What the fuck? Almost there, Sag. Perfect. Great. All right. So let's go ahead and cut these cards. All right. What's at the bottom? Two of Swords. Yeah. You sitting at a crossroads, not able to make a decision, not able to move. Stagnant energy. Okay? Because you could sit here for a long time and not make a decision on what direction you need to go in, okay? What's in the middle? King of Wands. Yeah, King or Queen of Wands. I mean, it's like confident, determined, empowered leader, okay? All right. So what's the current energy for Sagittarius now and over the next few weeks? I've got the Tower. What else? What else? The Empress. Keep going. The Star. Ooh, 3 major arcanas. Boom, boom, boom. What else for Sag? What else for Sag? Current energy for Sag now, and this is in the crossing. Death, another major arcana. One more for Sagittarius spirit. One more. Current energy, 1st through the 15th of July. And I've got the 3 of Wands. Queen of Wands is at the bottom. We just saw the King of Wands. Now we got the Queen of Wands. This could be, you know, equal partnership with you and the King of Wands. But let's tap into these other cards first. So first of all, I want to show you the major arcana card that came out for you, and that's the Hangman. Piscean type of energy, that watery energy, and this is it feels like that Neptunian energy, and Neptune energy is going to be very, very strong the first 10 days of July. Neptune energy reminds me of the moon energy, meaning that it could create some sort of illusions, delusions, hazy energy that you don't see things very clearly. You know what I'm saying? So this is you taking a pause to be able to look at some things, to be able to examine some things, find some balance in some things, okay? Look at things from another perspective. Or there could be some things that you really need to let go of, but you need to pause first, really examine what needs to be released and what you need to hang on to, and go from there. All right. You got the Tower, Scorpio energy, more water energy. This is change. All right, this is change. Anytime that Tower implodes, that means that it wasn't built on a strong foundation, and there is going to be change, whether you ask for the change or whether Spirit creates the change. All right, it's a major upset. But there is revelations in the chaos. All right, revelations in the chaos. Empress energy, divine feminine energy, gives birth to any and all things. Okay, I love this. It's just untapped potential and fertility. Aquarius energy, the Star, healing, unwavering belief, unwavering belief system in spirit. Okay, healing energy. Draw a bikini on her. All right, now she's wearing a bikini, black bikini. She should be good. All right. So we got the Star energy, and then we've got the Death in the crossing energy. There's a lot of watery energy in here. Even with this Star card, the Aquarius card, even Aquarius is an air sign. It still has something to do with that watery energy, and water meaning emotion, okay? Tapping into your emotions. This is death and a rebirth, putting things that need to be deaded, ending them, and going through a spiritual awakening, learning some spiritual knowledge, especially after the Tower comes crumbling down. All right? Yeah. Then I've got the Three of Wands. You looking towards the future. You know, new opportunities, new prosperity. He's standing between the Two of Wands, you know, and that is choosing a direction, choosing a path. And then you've got the Ace of Wands here, you know, new manifestations, new inspirations, new creativity and passions, waiting for your ships to come in as well. Let's go ahead and see if we can clarify some of these cards. All right, let's just make sure these are in the right order. Yep. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and clarify these cards for our Sagittarian spirit. What do you want Saggies to know now and over the next few weeks? now and over the next few weeks. Let's do one more shuffle for Sag. Now and over the next few weeks, please and thank you. What do you want them to see, aside from get out of that stagnation type of mode? On the bottom, what's in the energy they don't see coming? Ace of Pentacles. Prosperity, a new opportunity. It could be a new job, a new opportunity where it can bring you major abundance. Okay, all right. In the middle, Queen of Swords, truth and clarity is needed. What does this Tower energy represent for Sagittarius now and over the next few weeks? I've got you. After this Tower falls, you moving away from any sort of conflict and chaos energy towards tranquility and harmony. And yeah, you may have a lot of options to choose from with this Seven of Cups. This could also be not only you having a lot of options to choose from in any area of your life, but this could also be some sort of temptation, because there's some cups that have bad things in them, like a snake and some other things, you know. But this could be, you may be tempted by an opportunity. Okay, what's on the bottom? Two of Swords, but you got to make a decision, and as we've seen in your reading, you're having opposing ideas. You don't know what to choose, what to think. What does this Empress energy represent for Sag? Could be somebody from the past, somebody who's very nostalgic about you or you about them, somebody that you know. Six of Cups, it's nostalgia, happiness, finding harmony. Could be a past person that is being nostalgic about you and might be thinking about you and might want to reconnect with you or reconcile and be committed to it, to you, to it, the connection. A new opportunity, a new beginning. Ooh, Sag, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Okay. What's this star energy in the crossing for Sag? Star energy. Whoa, ho, 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 ho. Got the World in reverse, baby. Something was a disappointment. Something, maybe a cycle didn't get completed. Maybe you wanted something, but it didn't turn out the way that you wanted or expected it to. You could be trying to heal from this disappointment because, yeah, you might feel let down or whatever. I've got a King of Swords in reverse, somebody who's very nasty at the mouth, who may be King of Swords, how do you explain that? Somebody who's arrogant, somebody who might be very judgmental, very manipulative with the things that they say or their thoughts, somebody who doesn't speak truth. All right, somebody who doesn't speak truth. Yeah, and then I've got the Four of Coins in reverse. This is this could be stagnation, and we've seen stagnation in your reading so far. Somebody not willing to release something. They're unwilling. They're holding on so tightly that they're unwilling to release something that they feel is abundant to them, whether it's coins or people or whatever. All right, somebody unwilling to let go, and it's creating this stagnancy. This could also be a very materialistic person who hoards all of their money. So somebody who is a King of Swords in reverse, somebody who is verbally abusive, manipulative, and also somebody who is very cheap, materialistic, hoards money. You're putting an end to whatever this is. I don't know what this is. And you're going towards the sun. Abundance and fertility. The happiest card in the deck. What is this death card here? What is this death card for Sag? What is it? Okay. What does this represent? You fulfilling your own cups. You making your own self happy. You figuring out what brings you joy and fulfillment. Yeah. Could be a new opportunity coming your way as well. That's going to give you some form of abundance. Okay. Could be a new job. Oh yeah. And then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. You making a wise investment. Maybe you might be actually making a wise investment in something as far as the stock market, but this is also choosing a garden, and whatever that garden is to you, making a wise investment, whether it's people, places, or things. All right? Yes. New opportunity. And this 7 and this 1 equals 8 of Pentacles, somebody who's going to be very committed to making sure that they tend to their garden, they take care of it, because they know that they're going to get abundance from them putting in the time and effort. Yeah, to make themselves happy. Wow. Love it. Woo! Happy home. Celebrations, home, happy home, sanctuary, where you find rejuvenation and stability and comfort. This could also be a marriage card. These are two people that are celebrating, and this is one of the two marriage cards in the tarot deck. Okay. And lastly, we've got the Three of Wands. What's the Three of Wands mean for, whoa. Okay. I put those back. All right. Three of Wands. Yeah, Three of Wands. You're looking out towards your future. All right. And we've got Sagittarius energy front and center. This Wheel of Fortune. I love this. This is Jupiter energy. And this is all about, even though you have been tested, you've been tested in your life, and all that other stuff, but you are not defeated. You are not defeated. This is expansion, especially after that tower falls or fell. This is expansion. This is change for you. This is you looking something straight in the eye and kicking it straight in its teeth, right? This is you ascending. I love that. I love that. And following any dreams and passions that you have with this Knight of Wands. Having the courage to follow your passions, your dreams, be adventurous. Right? Yeah, I love that. Okay. Here's the Hangman again. You might be letting go of certain things or seeing things from another perspective or a higher perspective. Okay, but we've got to get you out of that stagnancy, any type of stagnancy type of energy. Yeah, this type of energy. We got to get you out of that type of energy. The Nine of Swords, crying in your soup, feeling bad, feeling guilty, and all that other stuff that we saw, that type of energy that can keep you stuck like Chuck. Yeah, truth and clarity is what you need so that you can move forward. And continue to move forward in your life and release any of these burdens that don't belong to you any longer. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. All right. And I've got teamwork makes the dream work. So we saw the Hangman. We've got the Hangman here. And we've seen the Hangman 3 times in your reading. Okay, Sagittarius, so you really are in the process of letting some things go, seeing things from a new or different perspective, so that you can move forward on your journey and not be stuck by any of that old residual energy or somebody from the past that wants to come back in your life and disturb it again, and all that other stuff, okay? Yeah. Yeah. All right, so What is your angel number? I've got 1414. Light up. Focus on your needs, your desires, your hobbies, and just you, okay? So this is all about you. This is you finding that fulfillment in your own life. And lastly, your universal message. Sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. Amen. Yeah. And we see this person hanging on for dear life, not wanting to let go. I mean, just not wanting to let go and falling into a form of stagnation. So sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. So leave behind all that have been weighing you down for so long and reach for the opportunities that are waiting for you, Sag. I promise you, you will not regret it. Spirit talking. Let it go. Whatever needs to be let go. Alright? And I forgot what we said that your word was going to be for this reading. I forgot what we said it was going to be. But let's just say let go, because that's been a major theme in your reading, is somebody holding on so tightly to not let go, maybe of the past or what you had, and another person knowing that they have to let go in order to move forward in life, right? So we're going to say that that's your word of the day, or your phrase of the day is let go. Let go. All right. Thank you, Sagittarius. I hope this brought you some wisdom. Love you guys.